My name is Natalie Whyte, Deputy Co-Chair of the Leicestershire and Rutland Maternity Voices Partnership. I'm so delighted to be here with you today, sharing my story and how I became a Deputy Chair of Leicestershire and Rutland Maternity Voices. I entitled this talk, The Way Forward, Bridging the Gap, Striving for Excellence within Midwifery. My journey. I've always been so very passionate about maternity and midwifery, whilst always having a long life's desire to be a midwife. And this year being called the Year of the Midwife 2020, there's no better time to highlight this great rewarding profession. But my story started in 2016, when already a mother of two beautiful, talented children, I became pregnant again. This was such a joyous time for me and my family. And because of the big age gap between the middle child and the youngest, it was such a joyous time. Like, all scans and appointments became a family affair. But sadly, at 34 weeks, this pregnancy ended in a stillbirth. Now, this was such a traumatic experience for myself, and the intense loss was so immense, and I could actually feel physical pain. But after this, I was set on a quest to be an advocate, to be a voice for all women and families who access maternity services. I decided to make this that happened to me into a positive that would impact the whole community. Who we are. Well, so we are the Maternity Voices Partnership, and we go on the back of the Better Births initiative. So we just want to make sure that everybody that accesses maternity services have the better birth experience. So we work with service users, getting their feedback, hearing their voices, and relaying that message back to clinicians, midwives, heads of midwifery, to make impactful changes within the services. The MVP, as an MVP, we've co-produced literature that represent Leicester as a diverse community. And we work together to make sure that positive changes have been put forth. I'm also working right now, I've just been put on the new board for the planning for the new pregnancy unit. So I'll be working on that board to make sure that women's voices are heard, so that services are put in place that will reflect our such diverse community. Now, I also thought too that if I can be that bridge, because my message is bridging the gap. So if I could just be that bridge, be that bridge that can make the maternity services a more better, positive place. And I also thought about a bridge. A bridge has to take impact. So I'll put myself forward to make sacrifices and be dedicated to make positive changes for the community. And a few things that I wanted to say. As leading women in Leicester, one thing we have to make sure that we do is self-care, and we have to take it forward. I was on a presentation a few weeks ago, and I was with another lady did a presentation, and she spoke about self-care. Her name's Toyin, and she's from Lewisham. And what the presentation, it was really resonated with myself. So I just wanted to share a bit of what she spoke about. Self-care. As leading women in Leicester, if we want to continue advocating, continue being strong women, we have to make sure that we take into consideration our own self-care, because if we're not well, if we're not in the right mental standing, how can we impact the future? How can we impact those that access our services? How can we impact those that speak to us? our vision. Our vision is to be a light, to be a voice within Leicester, to be one of the most, my dream is for Leicester to be the best maternity services in England, so that other trusts can look to us for examples. And we've also been working with community leaders, church leaders, just to find out about how we can incorporate, so there's nobody that's left out, no service user that is left out. Our aim is to break down all the barriers, break down all barriers, so that access for all is granted. And that's our engagement is also working with community leaders, heads of midwifery, which I can highly say that I've been able to work with Kerry Williams, Elaine Broughton, heads of midwifery, and their leadership skills has enabled me to be who I am today. And I'm very thankful for that. So look after yourselves, keep on being positive, keep on making that change, be that light in the community that all people will see. Amen. Thank you.